Hey, welcome back to Bitten.
Hey guys, so we just hit 350 subscribers.
Woo, woo.
Thanks for all the new subscribers who are watching our Thai video about street food.
And welcome to Bitten.
And welcome, we're happy to have you here. So today we're doing 35 questions for 350 subscribers. So these 35 questions will be about us and our life, so that our subscribers can get to know us a bit more.
Yes, we will be answering questions about China, living here, working here, traveling, all those kinds of things.
Yes, so let's get started. I mean, we'll just jump right in. Yes, so it's Christmas time.
So we dressed up.
Our awesome sweaters, and we got some hot chocolate here we're sipping on. And so let's get started. The first question is, are you married? Yes.
Yes, we're married.
We've been married. And how long have you been together is the second question. So how long have you been together?
We've been together for a little bit over 8 years now. It was actually last month.
Yeah, so we've been together for 8 years and we've been married for two of those years.
2.5.
About 2.5, going on 3. Yeah, so those are the first two questions. How did you meet?
We met in China, and I'm just thinking, we have a video about that on my channel actually. Do you remember? When I hit 1,000 subs, we made a video about how we met. So for the long story, you should go to Go Yvonne.
Short story is we met through friends. There was a birthday party, we met, we started talking, obviously we enjoyed each other's company, and then we started dating. And so where do you live is the next question. Like she said, we met in China.
And that's where we live. We currently live in Beijing, but we also lived in 2 other Chinese cities.
Right, and so the next question is, how long have you been in China?
How long have we been in China?
Well, we've been in China 8 years. Like we said, we've been together 8 years and we've been in China 8 years. So when we first moved here, we met each other. And we obviously didn't move together. No. We met each other here, but we met each other in the first month of being here, pretty much.
Pretty much. And then we did for a while, and then
we dated, and then we kept dating, and then we got married. Yeah. And it's been 8 years. So we've been together 8 years. So this question is, why did you move to China? So obviously that's different for both of us, so go ahead and...
I moved to China because I've been working in the Netherlands for 1 year as a substitute teacher, and I was done with that. There was no jobs back then, and I wanted to travel. I wanted to travel and work abroad, and then this China project came up, so I decided to go to China, work for a bit, travel around and go back, and I would have gone back to the Netherlands, but I stayed. So that's how I ended up.
You met me.
Yeah.
I decided to stay.
Yeah, I met Miguel and then I decided to stay.
And so the reason I came was, I came in 2010 also, and I had just finished university. And 2008 was the financial crisis in the United States, and things were not looking good for job prospects, and I wanted to explore the world. So my father said, go to China, there's a lot of opportunity there.
You should go to China.
I'm going to France.
I'm from the future. You should go to China.
You can make some money, and then you can also travel around. And I was only going to stay for 1 year doing a teaching contract for 1 year. But 8 years later, I'm still here because I met her. And I don't regret it. So the next question, and this is something that a lot of people obviously think, if you live in China, do you speak Mandarin? Do you speak Chinese?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
And
what is it, Cody? Do you speak Chinese, Miguel?
我会说，但是我的汉语不太好。
但是我的汉语还不错。
对，他学习在什么大学？
Yeah, I studied for 1 year at the Communication University here in Beijing, and that's where I learned most of my Mandarin/Chinese. And since then, I've been using it almost every day at my job, working with Chinese teachers. So 我的汉语还不错，我明天用汉语说汉语，跟我的同学讨论备课，这样的。
And I haven't really ever studied, so my Chinese is get by. I can get by, but I wouldn't put it on my resume that I speak it. And I often rely on her because she's actually gone to university to study for a little bit.
I did the HSK5 also.
So hers is about intermediate?
Yeah.
And mine's like beginner.
Yeah, actually it's pretty good.
what the next question is, and we get this a lot from Chinese people, is do you like Chinese food? But this really applies to anything. Do you like Thai food? Do you like Chinese food? Do you like Malaysian food? So, do you like Chinese food?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so if you guys have been watching our videos, you realize that we're a travel in food channel. So we...
Bitten.
Right. So we love we love food. We love eating food. Chinese food is really good. Authentic Chinese food is really good.
Yeah.
Thai food is great. Many of you saw our Thai video and you saw how we enjoyed it.
Yeah, you really liked that video, us eating Thai food. No, yeah, Chinese food is really good. There's a lot of variety. Every part of China has its own kitchen, really. So there's a lot, and you never have to eat the same thing.
And then the next question that we often get is, what kind of work do you do? Because some people might think that we are like digital nomads or something because of our very small channel, but we're happy you guys are here. But no, we actually work full time. So what do you do?
I work at an international/bilingual school where the students study Chinese half the day and the other half of the day they study English. And I am a homeroom teacher for a grade 2 class, and I teach them basically everything in English. So I teach them the English language, but also social studies and science.
Right.
What do you do?
And what do you do?
Yeah, tell me. I don't know.
I work as a marketing manager for a Chinese brand. So I help the company market its products. What we actually are is a media company, so we make content related to China. So we make a lot of videos about China and things that matter to China. So the brand's called China Matters. And so I do a lot of work on YouTube and a lot of work on Facebook, helping them reach an international audience, which is interesting. I like it.
What's our next question?
And then the next question is, do you like working in China?
Oh, yes.
So I just answered it. Yeah, I actually like my job.
Yeah,
it's okay.
I like my job too. I've been with the school now for 3 years, and I really like it. It's a nice position, nice team that I work with. So yeah.
So the next question that we often get is, how many countries have you visited? So we travel.
Yes.
So how many countries have you been to?
I don't know. I didn't count them. I know you made a list, but together we've been to 10 countries or something.
So I did write it down because I wanted to answer this kind of truthfully and honestly, right? So
no bragging.
Together we have been to 15 countries. And individually, you have been to 26 countries. 26. And I've been to 17 countries. So
it's mostly because I studied in Finland for half a year when I was living in the Netherlands and when I was going to school. And in Finland, I did a lot of trips. I went to Russia, Sweden, Latvia, Estonia.
In the fact that you are from Europe and the countries are much easier to travel through. Being from the U.S., it's very hard to travel internationally.
You don't have many neighboring countries.
Basically, the only places that I've been that she hasn't been is Canada and Puerto Rico. So those are kind of the neighboring countries, other than like Mexico. So the United States is really not a great place if you want to travel internationally because the flights are expensive. And it's more difficult than in Europe to just jump on the Euro train.
Train or even car.
Or even the flights are really cheap. Yeah. All right. So moving on, we have more questions. These come back to traveling. So what is your favorite country that you have visited? So out of the 26 countries for you and out of the 17 countries for me, what's your favorite so far?
That is a tough one. I don't really know. I really like Thailand and Malaysia.
Yeah. And I would have to say, I really like Japan. I've really enjoyed Japan.
Yeah,
we've been there twice. I would move there. I really enjoyed Japan, and then Thailand is right up on the top of the list for me because we've been to Thailand twice now, and we normally don't
together. But I've been multiple times.
You've been multiple times. You've been like four times.
Yeah.
And I've been twice. Well, with you twice, and then you've been like 4 times. So Thailand is a country that we enjoy.
We do like.
And we've been to Japan more than once. So usually, because there's so many countries to travel to, we say let's not go back to a country we've already been to unless we really, really enjoy it. So there's not too many that we've gone twice to. But Japan is one, and Thailand is another. Yeah. So what is your least favorite country that you have visited?
You go first.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
We actually went to North Korea.
Yes.
And it was my least favorite because you didn't have a lot of freedom to do well, anything. We're actually going to put out a video about it probably in the next month or so. So if you're interested in what it's like to travel in North Korea, we are putting together a small like documentary style movie of our time there. So you can kind of get a feel for what it was like when we traveled there. It was bizarre. It wasn't my least favorite country, but it was kind of my least favorite trip. I don't know. It was bizarre. But
I think for me, it's a tough one. There's always something that I liked about every trip. But I don't know. I got fined in Russia, so maybe that's was my least favorite trip. I got a fine for taking pictures, and I wasn't allowed to take pictures there.
Taking pictures in the subway, and they said, don't do it.
Yes, don't do it. Where are we now? Oh, what is the
craziest trip you've been on?
What is the craziest trip you've been on? What's your craziest trip you've been on?
That's North Korea, hands down. That was a crazy trip.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
But I think our first trip together during Chinese New Year, like in 2011, that was pretty crazy as well. We were newbies. We didn't know.
We had never traveled.
Yeah, we had never
China.
traveled together before for such a long time. We then decided to travel during Chinese New Year, and we could not get any train tickets, and we had no plan.
We got stuck many places.
We had no plan whatsoever. I was like, okay, let's just do it. Like,
yeah, that was not the best idea.
It was
that was
fun.
Pretty crazy. We had a good
fun
time,
trip, but it was a bit crazy.
Yeah. So those two are probably the craziest.
Question number 15. What country do you want to visit next?
Next? For me, I would want to go to either Indonesia, because I hear like they have really nice beaches, or Vietnam. Those are the two on my list, I think, that I really would like to see next.
Okay. I'm thinking I would like to go to an African country and see the wildlife.
Kenya, maybe?
Maybe Kenya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That would be, I would like to go there.
Yeah, go see the mass
Big
migration.
Five. Oh, yeah.
The Big Five, yeah.
What do you like most about traveling? 3, 2, 1. Food! Easy.
Food and experiencing different cultures.
Yes.
Like kind of getting... a lot of times you don't get a good opportunity if you're there for a short time to really interact with the local people. But usually when you do, like in markets and stuff, they're really friendly.
Yeah.
And you can kind of get an interesting feel for how people live. So food and then kind of the local culture. I like that.
I'm sorry, but I'm on 27 because I also went to Malta. Just popped in my mind.
Oh, so, you have another country. I know she's actually been to 27, not 26.
Yeah, with
oh
my
man,
brother,
you just keep adding something. And I've been too.
When my brother studied in Malta, we went to visit him.
Yeah.
What do you like? What is the most difficult part of traveling, though?
I would say the two things for me are usually transportation and language.
Yeah. Finding your way around, finding the transportation, ending up in the right places. Yeah, that's difficult.
Yeah. And then sometimes language, even though
and then trying
most
not
places
to like. Well, it's part of the experience, like being like ripped off, I should say, and like
scams.
not knowing how much you should pay for something when you go on tours. That's sometimes difficult.
Yeah, if you end up in touristy areas, you can sometimes get scammed, and then you get a bad feeling for the country. So any scammers out there, stop it. You're making your country look bad.
Number 18 already. Is traveling expensive? That really depends. I think I can answer for both of us. It really depends on what you want to do, where you are going, where you're staying, the food you're eating, where you're eating. If you're going to eat Western food in not Western places, that's going to be more expensive. So it really depends on your traveling style.
It really depends on your traveling style, and it depends on what you value. Because like in our street videos, we can go out for an evening and have a great evening, like at a night market, spend 3 or 4 hours there, and we'll spend like $10 US or something,
15,
and it's
20
it's like just an awesome night. And so it depends on what you value. If you're wanting to lay on a pool, like beside a pool and buying, $5 cocktails, then you're gonna spend a lot more.
And then, what is your favorite food? My favorite food? Oh, it's difficult.
Of course.
There's so much good food. I love sushi, but I like the Thai dessert, mango sticky rice. Chinese food, I like that a lot, like dumplings, xiaolongbao. It's an impossible
That's
question.
an impossible question, but it's more just to give our audience and our new subscribers an idea of what we like. I like sushi also.
What's your favorite food?
Yeah, what's your favorite food? Let us know what your favorite food. But really, everywhere you go, you can find something amazing. Whether it's at a street, vendor, or whether it's at just anywhere you go.
Anywhere.
There's good food almost in every country.
What is one food you do not like? For me, anything that has intestines in it. I do not like to eat intestines, and I won't eat it.
Yeah, I think intestines for me also, and as you probably have seen, I'm not a big fan of matcha or coconut. So probably if you saw the Thai video, the coconut was kind of not a big thing for me.
What is the strangest food you have eaten?
Intestines. Actually, no. When we were in Cambodia, we went to the bug cafe, and we ate spiders and cockroaches and
no, there were no roaches. But we ate spiders and
worms.
Grasshoppers. That's probably the strangest thing.
That was pretty strange. Yeah. Other than intestines,
which is not really strange because I know people in stranger things, but for us that was
that was pretty strange. I mean, fried bugs.
Is there anything you will not try or eat? I already answered that question. I'm not gonna try and eat like intestines or brains. That's.
I've had brains. Oh, I've had brains. Yeah, I've had pig brain. That's pretty weird too. Here in China, they do hot pot, and I had pig brain. That was pretty bizarre. I'm pretty open.
You would eat
everything? I'm not eat it. I'm willing to maybe try it. Like, there's a difference between like, this is good. I'm eating this, and like, I will taste it.
True.
And might spit it out, which is really rude, but.
Yeah, you can do it like.
Yeah. But I'm willing to try most things.
Yeah. Then the next question, what country do you want to live in? Where would you want to live? Oh, you also already kind of answered that question.
I also kind of answered this one. I would live in Japan, I think. But probably top 3 for me would be Japan, South Korea, and then maybe Thailand.
Oh, that's surprising because you always say you want to move to the Netherlands and live in the Netherlands.
Well, yes, the Netherlands too, because the Netherlands are where you're from. I'm thinking more of a country that's not really related to us in any way.
For me, it's a tough one. I would really try and want to live somewhere completely different, like an Asian country. Yes, I'd try that. Like Thailand maybe, or Malaysia. But then I would maybe also try somewhere in Europe. Like Eastern Europe,
Estonia or something.
Yeah,
I keep wanting to go to Estonia. She never wants to go to Estonia. Anyways.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Is there a country that you wouldn't visit?
Countries that are in war, where it's not safe.
If it's really unsafe, like Syria or something.
I wouldn't go there.
Probably wouldn't go there. But for the most part, I'm up for most countries. As long as our safety is not at risk, then pretty open to it. Number 25, so only 10 more questions to go, guys.
Are you still with us?
Are you still with us? Thumbs up if you're still with us. And if you like knowing more about us. All right, number 25, what is your favorite place in China?
That I've been to?
Yeah, that you've visited. What is your favorite place in China? Another tough one.
You can't choose. China has so many beautiful places and so many places I really liked. Like I thought Zhangjiajie is really pretty with all the tall little mountains.
The mountains, yeah. Tall little mountains?
Well, they're up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right? And then I also think Yangshuo is really pretty. And this past summer, I went to Xinjiang, which has a lot of different landscapes, which is also really pretty. So there's too many places here in China. Because China is so big, it has a lot of different landscapes and scenery, so it's hard to choose.
Yeah, I think, again, going back to what she said, I agree with her. But in terms of favorite places in China, well, we've lived in Beijing for 5 years now, so we obviously like Beijing. And there is a lot to see and do here in terms of culture and in terms of kind of a modern lifestyle. We have everything that we could possibly need or want here. So Beijing's pretty nice.
True.
Favorite place? Right up in 1 or 2. I mean, it's pretty nice. But in terms of traveling, probably like you said, there's way too many places. All right, moving on. What places haven't you visited in China but still want to visit? Oh, I have a lot.
Okay, you have a minute?
Right.
I still want to go to Harbin, up in the north to see the ice festival with all the ice sculptures. I want to go back to Xinjiang.
Properly see it.
Yeah.
Spend more time.
I want to go to Zhoujiaigou, which has the beautiful lakes and waterfalls, although there was an earthquake a while back, so I hope it's still recovering. It will take a long time for it to recover. I want to go to Tibet, and what else? Those are, I think, the 4 major places I still want to visit here in China.
Yeah. Ditto.
Same.
I agree, yeah. The only other place I haven't been that she's been is like the Guilin area with the Yangshuo Mountains and down in that area, which is supposedly really pretty. Actually, she went and I saw her videos. And if you want to see her videos, go check them out on her channel, Go Yvonne, because those are really nice videos. She's walking through the rice terrace. You get to see the beautiful mountains, and it made me want to go after seeing her videos. All right, moving on. How do you feel about living abroad? What are some of the kind of pros and cons of living abroad?
That's a good add-on. Well, the biggest con is that you're always far away from family and big events that happen that you can't just hop in your car and drive there and be there in half an hour. That's the biggest disadvantage. I think an advantage is that our life here, even though we work hard and just 9 to 5 like everybody else does, it's a pretty easy life. I don't think I have nearly as many like whatchamacallit, like regular bills to pay and things I have to do like I would have had in the Netherlands. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So living abroad for me is there's a lot of pros. Like she said, the cost of living is cheaper. Also living in a country like China, we can get to many Asian countries very easily, which allows us to travel. Like I said, living in the States, I'd only been to 2 countries before moving to China. And like for her, she'd already been to like 15 or 16. So living in China can give you the opportunity, or living abroad can give you the opportunity to travel more. You're more likely to travel, I feel. It gives you a different perspective on life because you can see how other people live. And oftentimes when you live abroad, there's a overseas community where other people have come from different countries. So like her, she's from the Netherlands, I'm from the United States. Had we not been abroad, we would have never met each other. We've never would have gotten married and fallen in love. So there's a lot of there's a lot of pros. Some of the cons, like she said, is you are away from your family. We're going back to the States soon for Christmas. We're going back to the States for Christmas, but I haven't been to the United States in 3 years. So you don't get home often.
No.
You don't see your family often, so that's a big con.
Yes, agree.
All right, so moving on, would you recommend others to live abroad?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even for a year?
Yeah,
even
I was going to say, you don't
6
have
months?
to stick around for 8 years like we are doing, or even longer. Just go for a year maybe.
Okay, moving on to question 29. What is one of the most difficult aspects of living abroad?
The most difficult thing of living abroad, I think, is not being able to just go see your friends and your family back in your home country.
Yeah, that's one of the most difficult. And then also language when you think about a more practical on the ground thing. All right, so not being able to see your family, and then language is always difficult. Everything else you can usually get by.
And sometimes culture differences.
And sometimes culture difference. All right, number 30. Do you think you will end up living in the U.S. or the Netherlands later in life?
Later in life, maybe much later.
Like retirement. What do you think?
Maybe. But we're not going to move there anytime soon.
I think you want to go to the U.S. for a bit, and I would like go into the Netherlands for a bit. So maybe we'll have a summer home and a winter home.
Yeah, maybe we should just go there for 2 months over summer. Check it out, see what it's like. But not any time soon, any long-term plans to live there and move there.
All right, so question 31. Do you have any pets?
Yes, we do have pets.
Yes, we have 2
cats. 2 rascals.
2 little rascals. And what are your cats' names? People want to know what we call them.
Yes, their official names are Sporty, Sporty, and Ethel. But Sporty usually goes by Sportso. Yeah.
Sportsorilla.
Sportsorilla, yes.
Because she's a little monster.
And Ethel. Just Ethel, actually.
Ethel
doesn't have a
really
nickname.
Rhyme.
No.
We sometimes say Ethel Bethel. All right, and then a far more serious question. What is your goal with YouTube? So what is our goal with this channel?
Do I have a goal?
Yeah, I mean, our goal is to inspire people to travel more and to experience new cultures and to try food. I mean, one of the things that we see is, especially Americans, sorry guys, but when they travel abroad, they end up just eating Western food, the things they know, pizza, burgers, and that's really disappointing to me because there's so many good dishes out there that they just end up not experiencing. They missed out on it. So we're trying to inspire people to travel. So, and then finally, people will ask us, if you could quit your job and travel full time, would you do it?
Yes.
Yes.
With the cats.
So one of the things, traveling full time is a lot of work, and obviously you have to be able to make money somehow. We haven't figured that out yet. Obviously, we have our fun little YouTube channel, and we don't make any money off of it because we don't even have enough subscribers. But maybe one day we could grow it with your help, with the community's help. Maybe we could grow it and potentially lead to a more full-time travel experience. And then the final question is kind of what is holding you back from traveling full-time, which is kind of what we were just discussing. Funds are a big deal. I mean, we both work full-time, and that's how we survive and live and pay for our bills, much like you guys. So that's holding us back from full-time. And the second thing is the cats.
The cats, it's hard. We don't want to abandon them, obviously, because we love them and they're cute little cats.
All right, so that is it. These were 35 questions for 350 subscribers. I know it's a little bit more than 350, and we're grateful for that. We're happy you guys are here being part of our community, and we hope with your help we can continue to spread our content and our message of trying to get people to experience new cultures and to eat more food and try different things.
If there is a question, you have a burning question that we did not answer yet, please put it here in the comments below and we will answer your question. Maybe we will respond, or maybe we will make another video
Maybe when we hit 1,000 subs, if that happens. You guys can help us do that by sharing this video and sharing our content and engaging with us. Maybe when we hit 1,000, we might do 50 questions?
We can do a live
1,000
stream.
questions? Oh my god.
Are you crazy? We can do a live stream.
Well, maybe we'll do a live stream and then you guys can actually, because then we'll have the
interaction,
we'll be able to do super chat so you can actually ask us questions. So when we hit 1,000 subs, leave your questions here so that we can start the live chat. But when we hit 1,000 subs, if we hit 1,000 subs, we'll do a live stream where you guys can talk directly to us. And I think that would be really awesome for us because we love knowing more about our subscribers and what you guys do, because you guys are the ones that are allowing this to even happen. And we'd love to connect with you guys in a more meaningful way. So we'll do a live stream if we ever make it to 1,000 subs. And if not, leave your questions below, like she said, and we'll answer them just now in text form until the live stream happens.
Yes. All right, that was our 35 questions for our subs. Thank you for watching and see you next time.
Bye. Thanks.
Thank you.